Hi, my name is Mir Mohammad Kaif, and my dissertation topic is upgrading and extending section commando modules for improved functionality and vulnerability simulation. My dissertation supervisor is Cliff. So this demonstration is divided into two parts. The first part talks about the upgrading section commando module and then up- improving its functionality and how a vulnerability, which is command injection, is added in it. So I'm currently running Windows as a host, and then I've installed Ubuntu on VirtualBox. So I started off with downloading secgen, following this guide, um, and I've also installed Vagrant and Puppet and a few other required packages. Right after that, when I first ran the secgen scenario, let's say the medium one, I started encountering with issues. So the first error that I came up with was pretty straightforward, which was it needed to have an SQLite 3 of this specific version. So after installing it using gem, I came up with another issue which says access denied, as it was trying to create a network adapter uh, starting off with this IP address. So after a quick Google search, I could figure out that IP starting with 172 requires sudo access, so that's why it was failing. So when I changed to 192 in the commandos metadata file, it worked. So the next error that I came across was this Apache 2 module. So Commando uses Debian stretch server as a base box, and it has been it has plenty of outdated repositories. You could see that for errors, it can't fetch anything from this particular IP, and it's not just with Apache. Same thing happens with PHP and MySQL as well. So what I decided was to go with my own custom base box, and I have uploaded on archive.org. So this is the archive.org website, and you can see my username, and this is the Ubuntu Bionic base box that I've customized and uploaded to it. The reason for me doing on archive.org rather than Vagrant Cloud is that, so when I first uploaded on vagrant.cloud, right here, I came across this error saying me that the metadata of the box was malformed. So when using curl, I could see that the boxes you upload on Vagrant up are not of a direct link. It all has 302, which means redirected. So that's why it comes up with this error. So I had to upload it on archive.org for it to work. So you can see on the so under modules basis, you could see that I've created a folder called Ubuntu Bionic Server. So when we look at it, you can see that I've mentioned the URL under this folder. And now I'll quickly cover a few more errors that I came across. Was one with this puppet file where it says a function call error, which I later fix, and then comes this race condition error where it says access denied for this user. So what's happening is that the commando user is trying to access the tables before it could get created. So just go to sorry, yeah, under commandos manifest files, you could see that this was the fix for the function error, and then for the race condition, so you just put this line saying that you require a user getting created before you could access the tables. And after that, so this is where when I first tried to upload my base box to Vagrant Cloud, and then comes the Apache lock error. So The base box which I had uploaded on archive.org with pre-installed Puppet in it has regular updates on daily time basis, which I disabled so that whenever you try to fetch it or provision the machine, you don't encounter with all these errors. And there were quite few small errors as well that will be too long to explain in this video. So I'll just show the modules that I've created at the moment. So these are, so when you see, so under basis we have got my Ubuntu server, and under generators, sorry, under services, Unix and HTTP is what I've created PHP compatible and Apache Bionic compatible. And then this is the template that I've created for OS command injection. So when you go into section local, you'll see the raw code. So this is the PHP snippet that I've used for OS command injection. So whenever users try to successfully exploit the vulnerability, it comes up with a flag, and this is how it works. So under the email field, if anything that matches to any of this input, you get the flag. So it'll be better understanding when I show you with the functionality. So let's move to the functionality part. Yeah, so before we move into the functionality, I just want to quote that I've made plenty of changes, but this video is going to go too long for that. I've explained all this in my report. I just want to say, like, making sure that the vulnerabilities are actually implemented in the scenario files, like you see this OS vulnerabilities implemented in hard level difficulty. Likewise, uh, cookie, insecure cookie, SQL injection, and all other things are implemented, and also changes in the scenario files, and then like a small file type error in the scenario file as well. So let's move on to the functionality part. So here you could see that this web application has all been created by Joshua Hicklings. So I've just improved the basket PHP file where, let's say, you buy something and then it gets stored in the basket. You go here, you can remove it or you can add few more items. And the main thing to focus here is the email field where the actual command injection is implemented. So let's say you just put a random email and then go for click payment, and then it says you the payment link has been sent, and come back once you complete it. So this is just normal flow, but to exploit the vulnerability, what you do is you go to the email field, and let's say an attacker types his email alongside, let's say he tries to pass any operating system command. So when he does that, and as I previously showed in the code, that any pattern that matches Linux command, it's going to throw you the flag. So when you do this, it says well done, and here's the flag. And the next thing that I've tried to work on is, just log into this, is the profile page. So it just shows any random points where the user has gathered offers and pretty basic stuff right here. And then when you click on the membership, it asks you to select a plan. Let's say we go with monthly 5 plan, any random email or a text. Sorry, I think it needs an email. So the same thing, and then it tells you your membership's been successfully purchased. So what I'm trying to tell you is, now in conclusion, the commando module is able to run without any errors or issues, so that any new learner comes to this platform is not distracted by fixing all these old repositories and minor issues where he has to revert back to the start. So the base is all set. So the only thing which anyone who's going to work in future is going to do is just write some PHP code snippets and inject into the, let's say, in the email field or in the membership page, profile page. So the thing that needs to be worked on in future is the functionality of the web application, as I've updated and made everything easy for any new users who comes to this platform.